This next problem is an example of something, an application of chromatic numbers. Sometimes you want to make sure you don't have scheduling conflicts, or in this example, it's exactly that. We're going to try to schedule a trip for a group of friends to go somewhere, and they need to figure out how many cars they need to take. So let's figure out which people should not ride together because they're not friendly to each other. It says Amy stole Cara's boyfriend at the last party. So you'd want to basically make A and C adjacent so that they don't have the same color, which would represent the type number of cars we need. So A and C are adjacent because of Amy stole Kara's boyfriend. Amy wrecked Becky's car and is refusing to pay for damages. So again, Amy and Becky shouldn't be in the same car because they're not too happy with each other. So again, I'll put another vertex down here and connect A and B. Alright, the next one. Fred has been dating Amy and Elena and telling each of them that he has the other girl chasing him. Additionally, he has been telling his fellas that he has both conned. Recently, they found out about his little scam. So I don't think, it says Amy and Elena are still best friends. So basically, neither one of them want to be with Fred. So Amy we got right there. So we'll need to have Elena and Fred. So Elena and Fred don't want to be friends in the same car. Neither does Amy and Fred. They shouldn't be in the same car because they're upset with each other. Alright, next, Cara stole Becky's cell phone and is refusing to give it back. So Cara and Becky don't need to be in the same car together. So we'll connect those two. Cara has been telling everyone that Elena and Amy will talk about you behind their back if they have a chance and doesn't like them. So Cara doesn't like Elena or Emily. So Cara doesn't like Elena. I said the same thing, Amy. So we've already got Cara and Amy connected. Now we just need to connect Cara and Elena. Alright, David never forgave Cara for stealing his clothes out of the boys' locker room in the 7th grade. So David and Cara don't like each other. We don't have a D yet, so let's put D down. So David and Cara don't like each other. David told everyone that Elena is boring. Obviously this did not go over well with Elena, so David and Elena shouldn't be together. Alright, Becky left Gary in Colorado Springs last weekend when they were camping, and Gary had to hitchhike the entire way back to Denver. So Becky and Gary don't like each other. Alright, so we got Becky, but we don't have a G, so we'll need to put a G down here. Elena accidentally forgot to feed Gary's goldfish, Moby, while he was away and it died. Alright, so Elena and Gary are probably not liking each other either, so we need to connect Elena and Gary. The last one, alright, Heather has always sided with Amy and Elena, so she's always mad at anyone who is feuding with either of the girls, except David. They're siblings and they always have each other's back. Alright, so we have another one. We have to put H somewhere. Let's put H right here. Now I gotta be really careful. So she doesn't like anybody, that she's always with Amy and Elena except for one David. Alright, so let's just start with A and connect all the ones that A is connected to. Alright, so A is connected to C, so Heather doesn't like C. A is connected to F, so Heather's not connected to F. Alright, A is also connected to B, so I need to connect to B. Alright, so there, that covers all the ones for Amy. Now she's also siding with Elena. Alright, Elena doesn't like C, we've already got that covered. Elena doesn't like G, we need to include that one. That's another one we need to include. Make sure I put G over here, a little bit out of the way. And Elena also does not like David, but we said that was okay because remember they're brother and sister, and so they're not going to fight. And Elena also doesn't like F, but we've already got that one covered, so we got them all now. Alright, so this represents a graph of all the people that don't like each other. And now we got to figure out the chromatic number of this graph to figure out how many cars are needed. Alright, so we'll start with Amy being red. She's going to ride in the red car. I can't put B in the red car because they're adjacent. I can't put C in the red car because they're adjacent. But D, A and D are not adjacent. They don't have any lines connecting them, so I can put David in the same car with her. Alright, now I'm going to E. Alright, E and D are connected, so I can't make E red. F is connected A, or adjacent to A, so I can't make F red. G, let's see, can G be red? Alright, so G does not connect any of those, so G could be a red car. If you look, G is connected to, is adjacent to H, E, and B, none of which are red, but I can't make H red now. Alright, so that's the first car. Alright, let's do blue now. In the blue car, we can put Becky. C can't be blue because those are adjacent. We already got D covered. E, let's see if E can be blue. So none of these are adjacent to blue, so E could be blue. F cannot be blue because they're adjacent. H, let's see if H can be blue. So H to that one, to that one, to that one, and no, H cannot be blue because it's adjacent to B. And so that's it. So just 2 people ride in the next car. Alright, let's do green for the C. Alright, so let's see who Kara can ride. Right, so D we've already covered. F, let's look at F. F is not adjacent to any of those, so F, they can ride together. And I cannot put Heather, so it looks like Heather's going to have to ride by herself. So it looks like we're going to require 4 cars, because we needed 4 colors. 4 cars are required. Alright, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to stop here, and if you have any other questions, please ask your teacher, and good luck on your quiz.